Hello, welcome back. This is Gina. I appreciate you guys coming back for the second video. I hope you liked everything in the first video, and I just wanted to show you how to finish this painting. I was looking at this painting and there's a lot of bleeds and a lot of, runs, it's called. And it's absolutely fine. I love them personally. But if you do not like that, if you shy away from stuff like that, all you have to do is use less water when you're doing your paintings. Me, I like happy surprises. And I can even put a bush right here, or even on this side. And I even was thinking a little bit more. You could put like a fairy's face here with the wings and coming down, or like several of them. It's just happy surprises. Let your watercolor speak to you on what you need to do next. Okay, I wish there was even more in the clouds. Okay, so what I'm going to show you this video is how to do the second layer. Not just throw on some trees into bushes or whatever you want. What's important to this composition? And sorry, I'm just adjusting my legs. Okay, I already have my tools soaking in water, and you should always do that for maybe a minute. Never ever keep your tools, your paintbrushes, in water overnight. It ruins the brushes. You just do not want to do that. It's not good. I was looking at this, and actually this part should be a little bit smaller, but that's okay. And I'm going to darken up the edges to the river and darken up a little bit more down here, because this value is the same value as this, and actually this might be a little bit darker than this. Whatever's closer to you should be darker to give the illusion. Okay, so all I'm going to do, I'm going to grab some blue, do exactly what I did last night. And I even have my paint on here, so it gives me a great indication of what color I should do, and possibly a little bit darker. And I always get my paint in the other colors, even though I said don't do it. Don't do it. A nice pretty yellow. Put that in there. It's already blue. I like that turquoise color that it made. It's pretty. And I'm doing this in real time. I'm trying to show you how to mix your colors. And it's okay if you get it a little bit wrong in your eyes. It's okay. You could always go to, oh, I made like a turquoise color. It's okay if you think you got it a little bit wrong. Absolutely. And I have too much water, but that's okay. I would just fix it. I like this turquoise color. And you can see that I'm adding paint slowly. And then I'm going to come over here and get a little bit of sepia, whatever, sepia, to make it a little bit darker. Okay. I'm going to get a little bit of water on my brush, my mop brush, and just come down here. Using a little bit less water than I did last night. And I don't want to go over it too much, because you can erase, not erase, but that water might just pick up the other colors, and I don't want to do that. Okay. I just want to put a little bit of this new color right in, right over the other. And I don't want to make it opaque. I want to be able to see the other color underneath. This will just make it richer. That's why I said it's okay if you have a lot of water. Can you see that you still see the other color underneath? I hope it relays on video. What I'm going to do, I just got a little bit too much water. I'm going to put a little bit more blue in it. Uh-oh, it's my dog. I like that. I'm going to blot this, just very light, because I like that. Those colors together. Okay, so far so good. Okay, now I want to go back and get the blue once again. Beautiful blue. And what color do I want with it? Tiny bit of red. Gives the illusion that it's a little bit purpley. Okay, then I'm going to go use a smaller brush. And all I'm going to do is darken some of the areas down here. I don't think that's enough water, but that's okay. I'm pulling from the sides in, leaving a little bit of lighter colors. And then what I'm going to do is blot it. I just love the texture to that. And even I got some over here, but that doesn't matter. Just crisp up your lines. Use a little bit more water over here so you can lighten the color. Okay. And I'm going to go back over to here and just throw in some color over here. You don't need to be precise. It's okay. I always use my finger for blotting. Okay, well, where do we go from here, Gina? Well, remember we were going to put some trees in? So the lines are still here. There's one, and there's one, and so on. What I'm going to do, I'm going to clean this out real quick. I'm going to change it a tiny bit, but I want some bark color. I'm going to add it to my blue. Oh, too much water. Maybe add some red in there. Because I want this one to be a little bit lighter than the one in the foreground. This one is going to be in the middle. Okay, so there's my line, and I'm going to go in between that just to start off my tree. And all you really do, trees are wonky. I mean, you can do twisty-turny here. And it's okay if you see the background through it. That's fine. The base is a little bit thicker. Okay, let's go back. I'm going to put... Nope, I think I'm going to... Yeah, actually I'm going to put a buddy for him. Just press down a little bit hard. All the way down. And then the base is... thicker. Okay. I think I'm going to have another guy right here. And then he's going to go behind him. They're sister trees. And this is just the base of it, the bark. We need a little bit of bumps here and there. And then put a little bit darker. The base, not much. This is to show that this one is in front of them. Okay, a little bit over here. A little bit more detailed work, but you don't need to do as much detail. And it only took, what, 2 minutes? Okay, rinse out my brush because I need to choose the branches now. And branches are very irregular. You cannot do them wrong. And do not worry if you go over your other area. So what I'm going to do with this one, I think I'm going to go right in smack middle. Just have fun with it. You know, this is not a detailed painting. And it's not a 4, 5, 6 layer painting. So if you ever look at trees, they have so many different layers, and some go down, some go up. Depends if there's snow on there. I like this little hump, so I'm going to put one out of there. So you have one go down and over. And this one over here, let's see, this one has a little buddy comb like this. And then up and down. And then his big guy goes over to like this. This one's in front, so let's put these guys in the front. And then have him go off the page. It's always really cool to have your branches go off the page. Well, Gina, can you do too many branches? Well, yeah, if your whole entire composition is absolutely filled with branches, then I think you did a little bit too much. You know, I'm going to make these trees bare. Like it's middle of winter. I love bare trees. So I thought I'd make it bare. Let's pull some from here, going up and over. And then the little guy over here. And then don't forget to put like little guys coming out. Sometimes I go down, sometimes I go up. Always depends on what kind of tree you're doing. A little bit darker again. And I'm using the same brush for each and every single. I can do a tiny line into a thicker line with this brush. That's why I like it so much. I don't really have to keep changing. Okay, for the sake of making the video not as long as usual, I'm going to try the best I can. But you get the gist on the trees. And I'm going to make a bigger tree over here. And if you notice, I put 3 over here, and then I'm going to make 1 over here. It's usually better if you make a composition with odd numbers when you're doing painting. Okay, if that makes any sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mountains, and 3 trees on this side, and then 1 tree on this side. It gives it a little bit better balance. So this one that I'm about to make is going to be a little bit closer to us. So of course it's going to be darker in color, and it's going to be on that line I showed you. And it's going to be larger. So I'm going to get my initial tree through there, and I'm going to go all the way up over the paper. You're like, oh my gosh, you just ruined it, Gina. When I first started painting, I did not want to go off the, over the things that I just spent all that time doing. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do it. So you make this a little bit thicker. Okay. So far, so good. You could put other trees in the background. You can layer these and make it a lot more interesting. You know, I could put more down here, more over here. I just want to show you the bases and what I do and how I do my compositions and, you know, a few tricks, I guess. Get a little guy over here, come down. And I'm not even the best at trees. I just like to paint them. It doesn't matter if you're great at something. I don't think it matters at all. I think it matters on if you enjoy yourself. That's the ultimate. Because if I'm not enjoying myself, you're not going to get my heart and soul in a painting. You're not going to get the best things that I can do. Even if I'm not all that great. And some people might think that I am horrible, and some people might think that I am awesome, and you know. So it's the same goes for you. You might think something is really, horrible. I already see a whole bunch of mistakes in this painting, but that's okay. I am enjoying myself, and I hope you guys learn a little bit of things, how to even mix some paints, how to lay down a composition, anything. That's what my goal is. Not to show you a masterpiece. Because if I know how to do a masterpiece, I'd be rich. And I think it needs one other guy right here. Just to balance it out. And it's really nice and thick. I want to make it more opaque. And actually, if you ever heard of gouache, I do use gouache. I use more, and see, I don't like this very well. So all I'm going to do is go right in there, because I don't like it. You could still see it. You can still see what I was going for. But I just kind of covered it up. Okay, gouache it's considered a opaque watercolor, if hopefully I'm saying that right, but it usually is more opaque watercolor. And with gouache, I use a lot of the white because I am coming from the oil painting realm. And I always forget, honestly, I really always forget how to do the whites and the highlights. So as you can see, I don't really have a whole lot. I do have some, don't have a ton. And to make a painting pop, you need those highlights and lowlights. So, you know, I hope that helps. I'm just going to put a little bit of guys up here. My little friends. And I think this is done. It's completed. Hopefully you get a little bit of ideas. You're not too scared, I guess, with watercoloring. And you could put a little guy over here. Just a little bump. I can do this painting for another 2-3 hours. And I don't want to bore you like that, but I can. I could put more. I could put greenery at the bottom. I can put flowers in the foreground. Think about that. And then I can put, I would put bushes and all kinds of stuff. So what I'm going to do right here, I'm just going to place some grass. Let me put some on this side. This side is a little bit longer because it's closer to you. Just flick your hand, get that nice flowing grass. Okay. And put a little bit yellow just at the very end to kind of lighten it a little bit more. And then I'm going to put some sepia in this one to darken it. Give it a little bit of dimension. Okay. I could put a boat down here. Okay, I hope you guys like it so far. I'm almost done with it, but for this video and this lesson, how to, I'm done. And I hope you liked it, and I hope you guys got some ideas. And you can even put more trees back here. You could do whatever. Get some flowers in here. It'll be really pretty. But just remember, don't be afraid to experiment. You know, you can even do the backside. I think, yeah, I started my drawing on that side, and I just flipped it over. And I hope you really like it. And I hope you come back next time for other paintings. Okay, next time I'll probably paint in acrylic. Okay, thanks again. See you next time.